Hi, so welcome to on QA. In this session, we would talk about the fundamentals of QA testing. So we would talk about step by step all the information about each and every fundamentals of QA. Let's go ahead. So before we get started, the main agenda in this session is all about to give you the brief introduction to QA and then to explain you the WH forms of testing. What is testing? Why do we need testing? When do we start? When do we stop? Who are needed for testing? And how do we test? There are so many things that we need to know. And that's what we talk about, the WH forms of testing. So once done, we would also talk about the complete QA career path from QA engineer to the QA director. So what we do at each and every stage. What's the role and responsibility of each QA? That we are going to talk about in detail. And then we would also talk about the essential thing of the testing called software testing lifecycle. So this is the agenda, and the main focus at this point of time is to talk about the brief fundamentals of QA and testing. So let's begin. So before we talk about the testing, there are so many things that we might know. The first thing and for the most important thing is the software. What is an application? What is a software? So software is a set of programs or application is a set of modules or set of programs. When I say program is a set of instructions that does certain action. Example, if you consider Gmail, the Gmail login is a program. And when we consider the entire Gmail as an application, it has so many programs in it, so many modules in it. Login, logout, registration, read mail, reply to mail, draft a mail, update a mail, attachments. There are so many things inside the Gmail. So this is all called application. A program is a simple single module. So software is a set of programs or application is a set of modules, whereas a program is a set of instructions that does something. When you log in, if your credential is good, the program takes you in. The credentials are not good, the program rejects you and gives a message, please enter valid information. So that is so-called a program. Good. So we would talk about and learn what exactly is the requirement. So requirements are the actual customer needs. I wanted a website for my business. Main requirement. What kind of website? I wanted a e-commerce. I wanted where I would like to do a business in the travel agency. So the requirements go in detail step by step. But the base definition to requirement is all about the customer needs. What exactly the customer or the business needs is so called the requirements. And then when we have requirements, we need to validate this requirement. We need to verify this in the application to check it is matching, it is functioning properly. Anything which is not working as per the requirement is known to be a defect. Anything which is deviation from the requirement, which is differing from the requirement is known to be a defect or a bug. Or defect is the difference between the expected and the actual. Expected is the customer requirement, actual is the behavior of the application. So when there is a difference, that difference we name and log as a defect. And to test these applications, to test these requirements, we do have a set called test cases. So test cases are simple instructions or steps that explains us how we can test about the application. So test cases are set of instructions to be executed on the application. Since we know the fundamentals of few things, now we would talk about the exact definition to QA. So testing is the process of executing a program. Why do we need to execute? We need to execute because we wanted to find a defects. So testing or QA is the process of executing a program with the intention of finding errors. People think QA or tester does not need the programming skill. That's true. But if you recollect the information, in the olden days, there was no QA at all. It's all the dev team. Dev team does the code, dev team integrates the bill, dev team also does the code. And this definition is particularly given to them. So testing is the process of executing a program or code with the intention of finding defects. Later on, the QA team introduced and there are so many things enhanced, and thus there is a change, there is enhancement in the testing definition. So testing is the process of verifying an application. Why do we need to verify? The same intention to find the defects, to check if my application is working properly. So testing is the process of verifying an application to check if the application is functioning as per the requirements. If it is not functioning, I would log as a defect. Okay, and still there is a difference or still there is an enhancement in the difference. The latest version of the definition to the testing is the process of executing test cases. So test cases are a set of instructions that explains what to be tested, where to be tested, how to be tested, and why to be tested. So those set of test cases we would validate. We would execute them where on the application. Why? To differentiate between the what is expected and what exactly the application is functioning. And thus we would come to know if the application is functioning as per the requirements or not. So testing is the process of executing test cases on the application to differentiate between the expected and actual results. Let's go. And still there is enhancement to the definition. Testing is the process of verification and validation. We need to verify, we need to validate. So what is this verification? So verification typically talks about meetings, reviews, walkthroughs, inspections, and then updates. Whereas the actual validation is all about the testing. So we do verify, we do review, we do update, and we do certify, and then we do testing. So it's all the process. So there are so many definitions. I don't need to give you in detail about each and everything because already I gave a broad understanding all about QA. So this is all. You can fix any definition. Whatever the definition that we talked to so far could match you. But I summarize. So testing is the process of verifying an application to check if the application is functioning as per the requirements. Or testing is the process of executing test cases on the application to differentiate between the expected and actual results. Or testing is the process of verification and validation. Good. And we are going to continue and talk about few more things. The WH forms of testing. What is testing? Already we are done. Why do we need? When do we start? When do we stop? How are the things to be done? How do we test? What are the things required for testing? So there are so many things that we need to talk about. We are going to talk about. So at this point of time, our main focus is all about testing. So we know what exactly is the testing. So testing is the process of executing a program with the intention of finding defects. Or testing is the process of verifying an application to check if the application is functioning as per the requirements. Good. So thank you so much for watching our video. And we have so many things in EarnQA, the automation, test management, performance testing, functional, and so many articles, PDFs, books, videos. Please do watch and enjoy. Thank you.